Welcome to another SHOEBOX how-to video. In this video, we will demonstrate the three primary sections of the Pure Tone testing interface. In each section, we will discover the icons, on-screen buttons, and helpful keyboard shortcuts that can increase your productivity when performing a Pure Tone test. Remember to configure your audio setup before beginning your test. For more information on this, check out our booth configuration videos. Let's get started. First, select the patient you wish to test from your center's patient list. To access the Pure Tone test page, click the Pure Tone test icon here. You can also access Pure Tone testing from the main menu. The Pure Tone test page is divided into three sections. The monitoring panel is used to provide traceability of the patient's responses for each frequency tested. The manual testing panel is used to control manual testing and to provide a view of the audiogram. The test control panel is used to control the function of the patient's transducers during the test. Now, let's configure Pure Tone test settings on the manual testing panel. To set up your test, click on the configuration bar at the top of the audiogram window to open the test settings. By default, the presentation step size is set to 5 decibel steps. You have the option to change this to 2 decibel or 1 decibel steps. Extended mode enables you to test at intensities greater than 100 decibels. Silent mode enables you to hover your mouse over the play button to present a tone, as well as over the manual intensity and frequency buttons on screen, reducing audible noise produced by your mouse or keyboard. The reverse button enables the reverse interrupter switch. By clicking reverse, the Pure Tone is constant and the play button or spacebar is used to interrupt the tone. You can select your test type here by choosing Threshold, MCL, or UCL. Now, let's review the test control panel. Using the configuration bar allows you to configure channel, signal, and transducer settings. First, select the test ear, using the right and left buttons here. By default, the right ear is selected. Binaural testing is available for free field testing. Aided testing is available when free field speakers are the selected transducer type. To select your signal type, click the drop-down menu to select from Pure Tone, Warble Tone, or Filtered Noise. By default, the selection is Pure Tone. To select presentation type, select the drop-down menu here to choose from repeated pulse, single tone, or continuous. By default, the selection is repeated pulse. Similarly, you can select your masking signal by using the drop-down menu to select from filter noise or white noise. By default, the selection is filtered noise. You can choose from circumaural transducers, inserts, bone oscillator, or free field speakers. Now let's look at our test control panel to learn how to enable monitoring, talkback, talk forward, and masking. To enable monitoring during testing, click on the monitoring button here. The icon will appear blue to indicate monitoring is active. Adjust the volume accordingly using the volume buttons. By default, monitoring is turned off. To activate talkback during testing, click on the left-hand microphone icon here. The icon will appear blue to indicate talkback is active. Adjust the volume accordingly using the volume buttons. To activate talk forward at any point during testing, click and hold on the right-hand microphone icon or press and hold the T key on your keyboard. The icon will appear blue when held to indicate that talk forward is active. Adjust the volume accordingly using the volume buttons. To enable masking for pure tone testing, press the M key on your keyboard to click the masking button in the control panel. The icon will appear blue to indicate masking is active. To raise or lower the intensity of the masking signal, click on the plus or minus icons in the masking wizard, or use the keyboard shortcuts. Locked dynamic masking is a feature that, when used, enables the pure tone and the masking signal to be manipulated in tandem. To enable locked dynamic masking, click on the unlocked padlock icon. Once the padlock is in the locked position, any variation in the pure tone intensity will affect the masking noise intensity in the same manner. Keyboard shortcuts can be accessed by clicking the question mark icons located on screen. Let's begin a simple pure tone test. To initiate the test, press the spacebar on the keyboard or click the play button. To adjust the sound intensity, press the up and down arrows on your keyboard or click the up and down arrows on screen. To adjust the frequency, press the left and right arrows on your keyboard or click on the left and right arrows on screen. To save a threshold, press Enter or the S key on your keyboard or click the checkmark icon here. To delete a threshold, press the backspace or delete key on your keyboard or click on the X icon. If you are using a programmable push button to obtain a patient response, a green checkmark icon will appear on the screen when the patient responds during the test, like so. Once you have finished testing the patient's right ear, click New Test to save the right ear thresholds. Clicking on the New Test button will automatically switch ears. At any point, you can press the L or R keys on your keyboard to switch to the patient's ear or use the control panel to switch between ears, like so. Once you have finished testing the patient's left ear, click New Test again to save the thresholds. To perform bone conduction testing, press the Tab key on your keyboard to toggle to your bone transducer or select your bone oscillator in the configuration bar below. Once you have completed pure tone testing for air conduction and bone conduction, click Save. The results for air conduction have been saved and you will be redirected to the results section of the patient folder. That summarizes everything you need to know about pure tone testing. We reviewed the 3 main sections of the pure tone testing page: how to configure your test settings and how to optimize your workflow using keyboard shortcuts. For more information on speech testing, check out our speech testing workflow video. If you would like to see more videos like this one, click below to subscribe. For more information and content related to learning about SHOEBOX, follow the links on screen or visit our online knowledge base at help.shoebox.md.